Hey everybody. There's some dates that I believe we need to look at and study up on and realize that some things really are coming into play. Um, this is where Elenin, Planet X, Nibiru, whatever you would care to name it, we'll refer to it as Elenin right now. This is March the 11th of where it was. Okay, so this is the large object here. We run a line, there we are. We run a line. We're pretty well lined up with the Sun and the Earth and Elenin on March the 11th. Okay? So this is PN9 on February 27th. And I'm going to go ahead and I put it on the 27th so you can see that it's coming in from the bottom, below. So there is March the 11th. And you see, this was coming from below. Oh, excuse me. While this was coming from above. This was right here, while this was right here. Now that is what was below and so close to us, and as you can see, it is 0.117 Earth distance on March the 11th. 0.117, keep that in mind. And this one was 2.147 AU. So PN9 has passed by. This has not yet. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to put it on our current date, the 15th. And there it is. This is where we're at now. Here we are. I found some interesting things and I'm going to go ahead and go through them. Into next month I found a date that looks pretty interesting to me in a way and draws me to it, and I want to point it out. Now on the 13th, the four of us planets, we're coming into some fairly straight type of alignment. We're not aligned with the Sun, and I can't see we're aligned with Elenin, but yet on the 13th it looks like we're coming into something pretty straight, and it runs fairly straight on the 14th and the 15th and the 16th. 16th looks the straightest of all to me, so I thought that was kind of odd, and I think that it's something to keep our eye on. The 16th all the way up to at least the 23rd, I think, because I don't see that very often, where there's four almost completely lined up. Now, I found something else that was pretty obvious, I think. This is September the 10th, and on September the 10th, as you can see, this is 0.482 sun distance. So on this date here, Elenin is right here, and it is as close a point to the Sun as it supposedly is projected to be in its travel. So that day there, I'm going to say, or leading up to there and afterwards for a while, because of its arrival, is going to cause some type of pretty good sun activity. And I think we're going to have some kind of a problem on that day throughout the world. Now on the 16th, what I see is Elenin is traveling up and catching up with us and coming up to right about the 23rd. And when that happens, it looks like on the 24th it's going to start passing between the Earth. On the 25th and the 26th. 27th it looks like it'll be leaving, passing by. But it looks like those 3 days there, it's going to be in between the sun and the Earth. And I already showed you at the beginning of it being way out here and lined up with the Earth and the sun on the 11th. And we know what happened to Japan on the 11th. So here we are, Earth, Elenin, Sun, and then we even have Mercury right back here. If you want to include them, you can, because they are there. So let's take a look at what is going on right here, right now. This is the Earth browser. This is the 14th of 4.3 off the coast of Northern California. So we know they're getting peppered. They're getting 2s. They're getting 3s. This is Mexico. You know, they're getting their 3s. They're getting a 6.5. We know that they had. That was a good one. Wyoming, we don't want to see that. Anything at all. But they're getting some 2s. Arkansas, we know you got a 4 the other day, and you're still vibrating and shaking along the New Madrid. They pulled a couple of those wells up. It looked like it helped a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to hold. So get ready for a bad ride. Let's go over here a little bit more. You can see there's Oregon, and they did have a larger 4 over here, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. And this is up here with our friendly Alaska, where our friend HAARP is at. And you can see even the HAARP land is getting their shaking anywhere from 2 to into the mid 3s. And then I wanted to show you this. This is HAARP. And this is 1 week. The last time that I first recognized this problem was 1 week ago last Thursday. And every time you try to get onto their site, this is what I get. And I'm hearing that's what you get. This is either by searching them and clicking the link, or this is either by typing the web address directly in and attempting to go there. That way, you are now not allowed. This is the key in the door. For some reason, I don't believe it takes them that long to do any maintenance, and I don't believe that the shaking up there is that great that it took them offline and that they've had damage. We've not heard that. So what we haven't heard is what I don't believe. And back to this anyway. So this is unique. I think we pay special attention to September the 26th. And we're going to go into another one. Oop, I went a little too far. But it was October. And I had noticed right here. I've spoken of it before. At this point here, this is going to be the closest, supposedly, that Elenin will come to the planet. So it's bigger, it's got more gravity, it's going to greatly interfere with the planet. There's not going to really be a discussion on that. Naysayers, I hope that you'll do some real homework on it and figure out the elements of everything and realize that when this thing comes by, it's bringing something with it. and what it's bringing is a tail. That tail's going to have some debris, and that debris, we're going to be going through it as it goes by. So really, it's going to cause problems coming all the way through and in a lineup of everything else. And then as it gets to its closest point and then leaves, then you're still going to be stuck with all the stuff that you're traveling through. So it can be, passed by and all the way out here, but it's still the trail of chunk rocks or whatever type of debris it's dragging behind it. It might be in our way and we could get struck. And we're all the way into November now whenever we talk about that. So I didn't know if anybody had been looking at the different dates and stuff, and I wanted to bring that up because I think they're really significant and important, because all you got to do is pay attention and try to figure things out, and you know that you can. So keep your eye on those dates, and come back here to JPL. We have to use them pretty much because they're supposed to be the experts if they're not supplying us with incorrect information. If this is incorrect, they're obviously going to do something, the elites. And that's another issue I want to touch on real quick, is the April 28th, I believe, FEMA will begin their new Madrid drills. I've heard they have actually employed 50,000 paid personnel that will be armed to participate in the supposed mock drill. So you need to get online and you need to find out about the 50,000 paid armed service personnel of some sort, FEMA or whatever, that will be participating in this drill with weaponry. And ask yourself why, if it's just a drill, will they be paid and will they have weapons? It supposedly is going to be participated in as the closest thing to the real thing. So I don't know how you make a giant earthquake along the New Madrid Fault close to being realistic. So that is April the 28th, if that is the real starting date, and it goes into May. So I've already showed you the interesting alignment in May, and there are some dates you now know, April 28th into May, about the New Madrid drill starting. So be careful, keep your eyes open, pray to the Lord, and I'll ask Him to bless every one of you and keep you safe, because we're going to need Him, because there's some more natural and unnatural events getting ready to occur. My time's ready to expire, so I have to end for now. I'll talk to y'all real soon. God bless you.